Hello and welcome to Vocals in the Key of Dee. Today we're going to do something a little bit weird, but this is going to help you because if you're a person who's perhaps new to singing or find that you have a nasally type singing sensation or sound in your voice, we're going to try and see if we can get that right. Let's go! So as spoken about, we're going to be chatting a little bit around a sound that sometimes can sound really terrible, and that's a nasal kind of sounding, resonating vocal. Now, sometimes you can suffer with this, especially when you are sick and you don't know how to control your voice very well. Your nose is blocked, etc. You need to be able to control it. Other times you may be new at singing and you do have a bit of a nasally sound that you would like to improve on and get rid of. So the nasal sound that I'm talking about is kind of like this. Jesus, you are holy, Lord. You sacrifice your holy. Okay, can you hear? It just really didn't sound really good. Now, it may not be that bad. You might find that certain notes, you hit could sound a little bit like that. And we're going to try and work on that. Instead of having that kind of sound, you want to go, Jesus, you are holy, Lord. I sacrifice your holy, Lord. That's why the exercises actually do help. So the first thing you have to understand is actually how you get that nasal sound. And it's when the soft palate actually touches the tongue. That stops the airflow from going through your mouth, right? Because if I'm going, ah, there's like less air. Yes, so that's what we're going to get to. That's one of the exercises. But you need to understand what the soft palate actually is in your mouth. So the way that I can explain it to you is if you put your tongue at the back of your teeth like this, and start moving your tongue sort of towards your throat, so it goes, and sort of play around with the back of your throat. You'll feel there's a little bit of a soft part and a hard part, which is obviously your bone, and then you get the soft palate. That is your soft palate, and that actually works with your singing as well. Yes, I know. So not only is it your tongue, it's actually your soft palate as well. So when you are singing, you want to make sure that your tongue doesn't really touch that top part of the palate, because then you're going to get that nasally sound. The other thing that you can do is actually look in the mirror to see how it actually works. So you know what it is, you know what you're looking for, but how does it actually work? You'd want to look into a mirror, open your mouth, make sure that you have a light shining there because you want to see exactly what's going on in that mouth of yours. And when you do this kind of sound. So you're actually pressing your tongue and your palate together, just so that you understand what the feeling actually feels like. This is really, really important because once you understand the feeling, you can then start to apply it to your singing. If I sing this note a little bit differently, a little bit more open, I like to explain it in a way that you need to sound operatic at times. That's why the vocal exercises are done operatically, because you want to get as much flow out there as possible, So instead of going do, re, mi, so, do, re, mi, so, la, ti, do. That sounds terrible, right? I'm going do, re, mi, so, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, so, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, so, la, ti, do. You don't want to do that. So it's really important that you understand how it feels, what it is, how it feels, what it looks like, so that when you're singing you can actually help to not make that mistake. There are 3 sounds that you can make in order to do this. I've already shown you one. So okay, that's one sound. The next sound is k, k, k. It's like a k sound coming from the back of your your mouth where it's going k, 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 k. So you sort of closing it, k, and then it releases. That is the kind of feeling that you want to feel. Next one is ugh, ugh. So now you're opening and closing. Ugh, 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 ugh. And remember, it's all happening at the back. And that is a little bit of help to see if that can help you to actually not make that kind of sound, that nasally sound that we don't want often. So try these exercises, maybe try and understand, again, just a heads up. So know what your soft palate is, understand how it works, see how it works, and then you can do the exercises and realize what is wrong and what is not wrong when singing. It just helps your mind to understand exactly what the problem is so that when you are singing, you can fix it. That's it from me on Vocals in the Key of D. I will see you next week.